Hello and welcome back to the course on Power BI. Today we've got a very interesting section. We're starting off the section on custom visuals in Power BI. This is a unique feature of Power BI which you will probably not find in other tools. So let's go ahead and first get the dataset. As usual, to get the dataset, we need to go to www.superdatascience.com/PowerBI, one word. And if you scroll down here to section 6, leveraging custom visuals, then you've got the visualization here, Euro debt crisis. So go ahead and download that. And today's dataset is, as it says here, the real data relating to the European debt crisis as at 2011. So as you remember, Europe had that whole situation where a lot of countries owed each other money and they were on the verge of bankruptcy and things like that. So that was all back starting from 2008, I guess, to 2011 and onwards, but this dataset is as at 2011. So let's have a look at the data. Once you've downloaded it, you'll see that it's a simple dataset. It's got 4 columns only, so nothing is too major. Here we've got the creditor, so the country that lent money to another country. And then here we've got the country that the money was lent to, the amount. This amount is in, you won't believe it, billions of dollars. That's right, not just millions of dollars, this is billions of dollars. So Japan, as at that snapshot in 2011, I think that was like October 2011, as at that point in time, Japan had lent United States a total of $796 billion. And this risk level determines the risk of the debtor. So the country that owes the money, so United States, this risk is associated with that country. So United States, you can see it's always stable, meaning there's like the risk is insignificant. Then you've got some countries that have high risk, like Italy, or had high risk at the time. Portugal, you've got medium risk, Spain, and there's a couple of low risk like France. I think France is actually the only one with low risk here. Yeah, so that's the amount that was lent or that was owed. And so this is a balance. So you'll notice that you won't find in this table the reverse situation where United States lent money to Japan, because if that had happened, then this is a summary of those. So for instance, there were cases where Germany lent money to Italy, lent money to Germany, Germany lent money to Italy, and then the result of the two is actually, if you add the two up, then the amount is just this 111 billion that Italy lent to Germany. So this is the balance of the both ways that the lending was happening. And so here we only have 46 rows, but as you can imagine, the numbers are here are quite large in billions of dollars, and 46, well, minus the header, 45 rows is enough to describe that whole situation that was going on, which was pretty serious. So that's what we're going to be working with. Let's close that. We don't need to save it. And now let's bring up Power BI and connect to our data set. All right, so this is quite simple. Get data, CSV file this time. Just find where you save the file, Europe debt crisis. There you go. And just load. Okay. Give it a second. There we go. So the file is loaded, and we can, from here, just proceed with our visualization. And we'll continue in the next tutorial. But what I wanted to show you today was the original version of the visualization that we're going to be recreating. Well, we won't be recreating it per se, so it'll be different what we create. But here you go. So if you search for New York Times, and then just look for the overview of the Euro crisis. So if you just search for that in Google, and then just type in New York Times as well, you'll get this visualization. And yeah, so this is a very advanced visualization. We won't be creating something as as sophisticated as this. Ours will be simpler, because so you can see here, you can jump around and it shows different parts of the visualization. And as you can imagine, this would have taken quite a lot of time to create. This looks like even maybe a hand-drawn visualization or specific visualization. So this is not a generic thing, and it would have taken quite a lot of time to create this. What we're going to create is going to be much quicker and easier, and you'll see how quickly with Power BI you can create something not 100% as good as this, but about 80% as good as this, and still something that tells the story. And that's how going to be our focus, to get that quick win and show that with Power BI you can very quickly create things that derive insights. And always then, if you have the time, you can sit down and create something like this, probably in a different tool, but at the same time you've got that leverage. So check out this page, maybe if you like, before we get started, and learn a bit about, well, you can learn here a bit about what was going on and who owed money to who, and you can kind of see the big picture here right away. So then when we're working with the data set, you'll already be familiar with the whole geopolitical situation or financial and economical situation that was going on. All right, so that's it for today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy analyzing.